This is weird. About a week ago, I announced that Heidi Klum, the supermodel, would be here, and we've had her on the show one time before when Rebecca Romijn Stamos came on. And she came on with Heidi Klum, and Heidi Klum didn't like us making fun of her German accent and doing Nazi jokes and stuff, so I never thought she'd want to come back.
Right.
Well, lo and behold, she never did come back. She didn't show up.
Oh, she was supposed to be here this week?
Yeah, she canceled.
I was ready to do my Hogan's Heroes. I was ready to go, shut up, Klum.
I was so pissed because I said, there's no way she's showing up, so why don't they just tell us up front? Why,
When did they call?
As soon as we announced she was coming on. She probably didn't even know she was coming on. And it would have been a good interview. I would have been respectful. I would have said, Heidi, is there something you want to say to my audience? Why are you here today?
I can't eat most of the time, so I eat my boogers. They don't have calories.
You say you eat your boogers because they don't have calories, is that right?
Sometimes I wish I lived in a third world country, so I wasn't always tempted with food.
Jeez.
That's a good point. If you lived in a third world country, you wouldn't
be a problem.
You wouldn't be tempted by food.
I don't buy toothpaste anymore. I just vomit and brush. The stomach acid is very cleansing.
What'd she say, Robin?
The stomach acid is very cleansing.
I love how she said vomit.
Well, what's going on in your life, honey?
I recently had my lower ribs removed because they made me look fat.
Oh, my goodness. What a life.
Now, come on, tell us seriously. What's going on with you?
I think my mother could have been a model, except she was pretty ugly looking.
Oh, what was that? I missed that.
If Heidi had been here, it would have been a good interview, I'm sure. But she was afraid. And... Baby, something you want to say to us?
Sometimes before I go out to a bar, I like to in my stockings so guys don't hit on me. It works half the time.
Half the time, only half the time.
Yeah, it must get pretty smelly in those stockings. I would think the guys would stay away from you.
I think I'd still hit on her.
If Heidi Klum moved her bowels in her stockings, and she smelled like a homeless person,
right,
you'd still hit on her, right?
I'd buy her at least one drink.
Yeah.
You probably attribute the smell to somebody else.
Yeah, I just say it must be me. I never bathe.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Heidi?
I like to do interviews. It's like you ask me a question, then I answer your question, then you ask another question, then I answer another question, then you ask a question, then I answer another question, then you ask another question, then I answer another question, then you ask a question, then I answer another question, then you ask a question, then I answer another question. It's neat.
Yeah, you seem to...
Got that one down.
You really caught on, honey. Who said models are out of it?
A lot of people think that modeling is just taking pictures, but it's not. It's also not eating and making yourself throw up.
Yeah, you've got a fascinating life. Tell me more.
A lot of girls ask me, how can I be a great model? I tell them that they have to be dedicated. They have to have the willpower not to eat for days, throw up on cue, and be okay with the fact that they will never get their period again.
Oh, my.
Defect?
Defect? Yeah, she's got that thick German accent, because you see her in magazines and you're like, wow, Heidi Klum is hot. And then when you meet her, that accent's a real turnoff.
Right.
And I told her that.
Why you never see her in TV commercials.
Yeah, I was surprised she was coming back in here, but she was. But I just, you know what? Don't tell me you're coming in and then cancel on me, you know?
Who booked that? Somebody who didn't talk to her first, obviously.
Yeah, well, we thought we'd trick her. When she showed up, it'd be a different show.
Unfortunately, she looked at her itinerary.
So you're a model, and what else are you up to?
Whenever I see that mole on Cindy Crawford's face, I want to rip it off and flick it off the end of my finger like a booger snot.
Oh, my.
Yeah, the annoying mole of Cindy Crawford. Yeah. It's a pretty good interview, though, huh?
Yeah, I'm enjoying her.
We're enjoying you, Heidi. Tell us more.
I have 2 words about plus-size models. Fat horse.
Right. A lot of you are upset about plus-size models.
All the girls.
It's not fair.
Who stay thin are upset about the plus-size models.
Heidi, you stay so thin. It's just not fair.
I like regular anal. It keeps things flowing down there.
Oh.
Wow. Aren't we being...
Open.
Very open.
Beautiful.
Right. Well, Heidi, you're a great interviewer.
Certainly have learned a lot about what it means to be a model.
Heidi Klum, thank you for coming in.
Christina Aguilera is a tubby monkey boning slut.
Wow. Jesus.
Is that really what you want to leave us with?
I don't believe in plastic surgery. I believe in being natural. If I ever become ugly, I just kill myself.
Right.
There's a solution. And
She
the
ever
world
becomes ugly.
appreciates that.
Thank you, sweetheart. Good girl, that Heidi Klum, huh?
Well, she could have been.
Yeah. Thank you for coming in, honey. What about advice for women who want to become models?
Often little girls will ask me if they'll grow up to be as pretty as me. I answer, maybe, but it's more likely you will grow up to be a fat, overweight hausfrau, like your mother.
She's so sweet to the children.
Yeah, she tells it like it is.
Yeah. No words of advice?
Shut up with your stupid questions. I sit on your face and you admire my smooth German buttocks.
Well, thank you, Heidi Klum, and we loved having you here today.
Sometimes I feel bad about the Holocaust. Other times I think, come on, Jews, get over it.
Oh, my goodness.
Honey, you're a firecracker. Your thoughts are just streaming
I
today.
never knew she was so funny.
Yeah, you're funny.
I'm really not so beautiful.
Yes, you
It's
are.
just that most of you are very ugly.
Maybe you got a point.
Heidi Klum, thank you, doll.
I get so tired after a shoot. It's so hard to stand around one location all day while people take your picture. Sometimes I think that I picked the wrong profession. I mean, how easy would it be to walk around the city all day like a police officer or squirt water from a hose like a fireman?
Yeah.
Don't denigrate those jobs.
I guess modeling is a tough job.
I hate to read. My mom used to read me the book The Ugly Duckling. She must have read it to me 3 times. I thought about the book a few years ago, so I tried to read the whole thing by myself, but it got too hard. I called my mother to tell me what happened in the end.
Heidi Klum, ladies and gentlemen, an
What?
exclusive interview.
What fun
Yeah.
talking
She's
to Heidi.
she's so interesting. You know that it would have been a real boring interview anyway.
Unless we goofed on her.
Right. And then we goof on her and then she hates it. Don't hate us, honey.
I would love to be a citizen so I could vote. I would like to see Pataki be governor again.
Well, here. That's
Now
the first
we can
smart
all
thing
agree.
you said.
We can all agree with
The
that.
governor's up by 20 points.
I know. Just zooming.
Yeah, and he's doing a good job and he deserves to be reelected. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Miss Klum. Klum. Isn't it Klum?
It looks like Klum.
Heidi Klum.
Shall we say goodbye to Heidi Klum?
I've been enjoying her. I don't know if
You
she
like
has
her?
anything else to say. I would love to hear every pearl of wisdom she has to drop.
Well, she's got to go, I think.
Oh, I guess she's got to go stand around somewhere.
Is that what you have to do, honey?
Pataki, he's not so scary looking like McCall. I'm nervous around Schwartzes.
Schwartzes?
Yeah.
You'd think she'd say that word better.
She thinks McCall is scary looking. How do you think McCall is scary looking? She don't want to talk.
Schwarzers.
Schwarzers.
Schwartzers.
Schwarzers.
Sometimes I think Jews get over it.
I can't eat most of the time, so I eat my boogers.
We'd heard that
They
already.
don't have calories.
Oh,
All
well,
right.
it's time for her to go. She's starting to repeat her.
Yeah, I think you've run out of stuff to say. Well, anyway, congratulations to Heidi Klum wherever she is.
Supermodel.
Super duper model. I'm supermodel.
I'm Heidi Klum.
Hey now. Gary leaves the TV on.
Hey now.